Morning, Knicks Nation. Today is Wednesday. It is the 31st day of January 2024, the last day of January 2024. On Wednesday, I hope this Wednesday finds you safe and healthy, and that your family is also safe and healthy, and that the needs of you and your family in terms of food, shelter, clothing, as well as health are being met today. Blessings upon those that work in the healthcare field, who work along with the first responders every day to save lives, and those that pick up garbage for us to keep our streets and places clean, and those that make deliveries for our convenience. Double blessings on the men and women out here trying to help rescue, deliver, and recover the teenagers and children that are the victims of child molestation and pedophilia. People are also victims of pornography, child pornography, prostitution, child prostitution, human trafficking, and sex slavery. Double curses on the perpetrators, the profiteers, and the perverts of these things. Finally, double blessings on the homeless. Nearly 600,000 men, women, and increasingly senior citizens homeless in the United States of America, and millions around the world in similar or worse conditions. Blessings upon them, for theirs is the kingdom. There was a basketball game last night at Madison Square Garden. The New York Knicks totally destroyed, dismantled, outclassed the Utah Jazz last night. And they did it by the score of 118 to 103. As of this morning, the big news is the New York Knicks sit in the third seed of the East. I mentioned to you yesterday that this was possible because of the fact that the Knicks were only a half game behind Philadelphia. Philadelphia happened to lose. And at the same time with the Knicks win, that made the Knicks now the third seed in the East. The Knicks are the third seed in the East. They have won 8 straight games. Anybody that's complaining or saying what the Knicks need at this point is stupid. You can't get much better than winning 8 games and then the loss and then 5 games. They don't need anything but everybody to get healthy. That's it. Don't need Brogdon. Don't need nobody. In fact, what they did need, they got yesterday, Taj Gibson. So we're good in that scenario. But right now, at the third seed, in the beginning of the year, I said 4 to 6 seed, 50 wins, with the possibility of going higher to the third seed. But the way the Knicks, well, first of all, they're tearing up the NBA, really, right now. And we knew they would do it the beginning of the year with Mitch Rob. But then when Mitch Rob went down, the surprise was Hartenstein coming on strong. Then they messed around and traded RJ and IQ and picked up OG and Anunoby, and the defense went up several notches. So now we lose Juju, okay? And OG is hurt temporarily. He's listed as day-to-day. And for inflammation in his elbow joint, which is not uncommon either. Right now, the Knicks sit, as far as defense, the Knicks sit at the top of the East in defense in terms of points allowed. The Knicks sit third in the East in terms of differential. That's why they're the third seed. They are 9-1 in their last 10, and now the Knicks are 14-12 away and 17-5 at home. The Cavaliers and the Philadelphia 76ers are 1 game behind the Knicks, and the Knicks have a nice cushion on the 6th-seeded Indiana Pacers. Indiana is 4 games behind the Knicks, and they play Indiana tomorrow night. Knicks got a 4-game cushion on Indiana. The Knicks got a 6.5-game cushion on the Miami Heat and Orlando Magic. So at the right time, coming into the All-Star break, the Knicks have created separation from their major competitors. Right now, the Knicks are only a game and a half behind second-seeded Milwaukee. Okay, and right now, all of the teams at the top of the East. Boston is 8-2 in their last 10. Milwaukee 7-3 in their last 10. The Knicks and the Cavaliers 9-1 in their last 10. And those teams are surging. Okay, with all the injuries, and you see a team surging, let me explain something to you real quick. If a team is losing key players and they're still winning, that's called coaching. Thank you, Tom Thibodeau. I had to even do videos to defend him in past because some knuckleheads wanted to be fired. That's why New York was never going anywhere. One of the reasons is he kept firing coaches within 2 years. We got this guy. It's now in his 3.5 year. We're on the development swing. Now we're here. Okay, now we're really here. And so now Philly has lost 4 straight. They're 6-4 in their last 10. They had a hot streak prior to that, but they now lost 4 straight, and that's because Philly is dealing with injuries to both Embiid. For all of us that were talking about Embiid, he's injury prone, and then Maxey turned his ankle. So now you have Maxey out yesterday. You got Embiid with the knee day today. You got Mook day today. You got Batum, who are also older already, day today. And see, every team, this is like I said, the NBA is a grind. It's an 82-game grind. It's not just about your NBA 2K athletic ability. You got to go through the 82-game grind, okay? And you got to make it out the other side. That's why when you talk about a Chet Holmgren or Victor Wembanyama, you got to not just consider the skill level, the size, and all the things they could do with a basketball. You got to consider, can they make the 82-game grind? Okay? And for Victor, he's going through it right now, which is why San Antonio's struggling. He's not going to forever go through it, hopefully. But now with Chet, like I said, Oklahoma City, Sam Presti, Dagno, they handling him to perfection, limiting him to 30 minutes a game, getting the most out of him, which is causing Oklahoma City to be top 3 in the West. Other than that, you got to watch this 82-game grind for everybody. Every team goes through it. It's not just the Knicks. Every team goes through it. What you saw last night with the Utah Jazz was a team at the end of a 6-game road trip. And you know what I said to that? Welcome to the Knicks world. Because the Knicks have had 2 5-game road trips already and a bunch of 3-game road trips and 10 back-to-backs. Welcome to our world now. Now it's your turn. See? Now it's your turn. So here we ran into a Utah team that's at the last string of a 12-day road trip, 6 games on the road. And that's why they look sleepy, they look tired, they look a step slow. It happens to every team. What you're looking for is how teams respond to the grind. And this is where Tom Thibodeau's Knicks come in. See, it's an 82-game season, not a 15-game season, not a 20-game season. It's an 82-game season. And I always told y'all, the second half is where Tom Thibodeau's genius shines because his teams play better all the time in the second half. Even in the year that they won 37 games, they went on a streak in the second half of the season. It wasn't enough to make the playoffs, but that's a Tom Thibodeau signature move. Same thing with Miami. Don't sleep on Miami. If y'all recall, last year, Miami came out of the play-in to make the finals. Okay, so don't sleep on Eric Spoelstra and them either. Okay, 2 teams, well, really 3 teams that's in our rearview mirror that we got to watch. I mentioned Cleveland because of their soft schedule. They got a puff cake schedule coming up, and they just got back Evan Mobley and Darius Garland from a broken jaw. Watch them. Watch Indiana. They were missing Tyrese Halliburton. Now, Nembhard is really good. I mean, there's no doubt TJ McConnell is really good, but obviously they're not Halliburton. So they just got him back. They've been holding water, for they're 4-6 in their last 10, but I'm expecting a surge from them, and then the aforementioned Miami Heat, just because of who they are, because of the culture, because of the second half. They'll be coming on strong, probably coming in March. Now, Miami's problem is they play 24 away games. Like, for example, the Knicks have already played 26 away games. Miami has actually played 23 away games. 23 away games. The Knicks have played, am I got that right? No, Miami's played 24. The Knicks have played 26, yeah. So they got to catch up. That's what I'm saying. And so they got to catch up to that. They got to deal with that. And I'm sure they didn't play the back-to-back schedule the Knicks had. So they got to catch up with their back-to-backs. I think they got multiple back-to-backs in March. So hell is coming to be paid by Miami. But they're a tough team. So they're coming. Indiana going to be coming. Cleveland going to be coming. Philly is undetermined because, again, they're dealing with Embiid's health. Okay? So will he be able to stay healthy? Will he be able to stay healthy? And it's really frustrating because it's not like Juju where you just out and you're going to come back and you're going to be healthy. Or like Mitch Rowe, you had your surgery, you out, you coming back. This is like a chronic thing with his knees. It's chronic. And that means instead of just sitting out and getting it fixed or sitting out and resting, they can't do that because if he sits, they done. See, that's why everybody's like, well, if we got to get it back out for Brunson. If Brunson's out, we're lost. Well, listen, if Embiid is out, Philly is lost. If Tatum's out, Boston is lost. If Giannis is out, Milwaukee's lost. If Donovan Mitchell is out, Cleveland is lost. That's what I'm saying. Every team has that guy that if you lose him, your season is done. If Ant is out, Minnesota's done. Done. If SGA is out, Oklahoma City's done. Okay? Done. If the Joker's out, Denver's done. Even with Denver, if Jamal Murray is out, they done. See? So every team has this issue. You can't replace those guys. You can't. Okay? So you can't replace a Joker. I don't care who you get. What backup you got that's going to replace the Joker? What backup you got that's going to replace Tatum? What backup you got that's going to replace Embiid? You cannot. So you got to have them strong pieces. You got to have ancillary pieces that can help. Look what the Knicks got. The Knicks lost Mitchell Robinson, best offensive rebounder in basketball. Okay? They just lost Juju, probably 4 weeks. Okay? All NBA power forward. And what happened since then? They just lost OG Anunoby, all NBA defense. They're 2-0 since then. That's coaching. That's preparation. That's coaching. Okay? Y'all remember that next time they lose. Because they're going to lose some games. But some of y'all going to trip. This is what I've been telling y'all for 3.5 years now. Okay? So, we got something here. Now, number one. Number two, if they are playing like this, without their key pieces, and again, I'm expecting Drew to be back by March 1st. I'm expecting Mitch Rod to be back by April 1st. I'm expecting OG to be back by next week. When you got them pieces on a team that's already rolling, you see, when you start a losing streak, right? There's games you come close to winning, trying to break that, get that schneid off, and you just lose. Last Detroit, you just lose because you just in that mode. But what is the same in the opposite? When you're winning, you're going to be winning games you shouldn't win. Because now you got that roll going. And I told y'all maybe last week, I said, we got the making of a juggernaut. Juggernaut is here. Okay? Juggernaut is here. So now, let's see what happens. To me, we get OG back. If we could get him back, like, okay, so he sat yesterday. If we could get OG back, let me see. The next game is against Indiana tomorrow. I'm gonna say, let's say he sits against Indiana tomorrow and rests the elbow. If he could come back Saturday against the Lakers got a problem. Okay? The Lakers got a problem. That reminds me, speaking of the Lakers, D'Angelo Russell. I don't understand why. Let me just explain why we would never touch him. Ready? Not for the bench help, not for nothing. D'Angelo Russell, for the last two playoff series, the last playoff series he was on the Lakers had to be sat down because he was a defensive liability in the playoffs. Now, what does anyone think? We want that. Tim Thibodeau wants that. Some of y'all need to understand who your coach is, what your team is, instead of tripping. We don't need that. We don't want that. That's why Lakers making him available, trying to get somebody to play some defense. That's why they want DeJounte Murray. Okay? LeBron teams are not rebuilding teams. LeBron teams are not development teams or grow the right way teams. LeBron teams are instantaneous microwave, put it together around LeBron and let's win teams. Most teams that want long-term sustainable winning are not doing that. LeBron's the exception. So now they're looking for a replacement part for D'Lo because he ain't playing no defense in the playoffs. You can win games offensively. You win championships with defense. Okay, so here we go. Now I'm hoping OG returns against the Lakers. If he returns against Indiana, that's good because Indiana's a really good team. I'm expecting them to make a surge with Halliburton back. Actually, they flowing on all cylinders. They really, that coach is doing a tremendous job over there, and so I'm expecting them to start to make a run again. Indiana, Cleveland, Miami. Those are the teams coming up. Now we got a game on Cleveland right now. We got a full game on Cleveland and Philly right now. So it would be nice if OG did come back against Indiana, but I'm trying to be as conservative in my estimate as possible. I'm saying he sits, and we go again with what we got now. By the way, did y'all see Precious Achua last night? And I want to tell you something, what I noticed about Precious Achua. This is the thing, man. He's not even acclimated yet. You could see he's still fumbling a little bit. And that's because he's still not acclimated to his role on this team as of yet. And yet, when he gets in there, like I told y'all, Charles Oakley, defensively, he's Charles Oakley. That boy could lock down people from the power forward spot, the center spot, the 3 spot. He could D. Okay? So last night he gets 18 points on 8 of 13 shooting, 2 of 2 from the line. He plays 40 minutes. And this is our backup. Like when Mitch Rob comes back, he's even behind Mitch Rob. Like Tom would have to go with a 10-man rotation. Because what you gonna do? We got too many guys that can play. But look, last night, Achua, and then Tom did it perfectly. He plays Hartenstein 29 minutes. He plays Sims 19. That's 48. Perfect. Okay. Then Brunson played 30 because Brunson wanted to. He want to make sure he's getting that all-star nod. She's going to. And then Hart plays 43. DiVincenzo plays 39. And why? Dude went and hit 9, not 5 or 6, which would be great. No. Homie hit 9 3-pointers. 9. Next to Brunson, Devo is balling. That's just as simple as that. Okay, he is just balling. You got to do right now in his prime, next to his college teammate that they won the chip with, and don't ever bet against Jalen Brunson in terms of winning. He is a leader. He got a heart of a lion. He wants to, and he's a winner. This is good for us. Somebody asked me 2 weeks ago now, when can the Knicks start looking at championship contenders? What did I say? Right now. And this is why. Now before Juju got hurt, but right now. Okay. The bench last night, Grimes 20 minutes. Sims, I mentioned 19. McBride 10 because again, it's 48 minutes at point guard and 38 of them was Brunson. McBride's defense, again, like if you look at the box score, you ain't going to, he didn't score. He only took 4 shots, didn't hit none. He was -4. But if you actually watched the game, you saw elite level defense from McBride. See, when he starts hitting that 3-pointer, it's just, forget it. But last night he wasn't. And even when he's not hitting, that defense, and that's the same with Grimes. Grimes last night scored 12. He was 2 of 6 from 3, 4 of 10 from the field. But all the time for them two, the defense is full tilt. Okay? All the time. The defense is full tilt. You're not getting no letdown defensively when you put them two in the game. So last night, again, 20 minutes, 10 minutes, 19 minutes. So you gave the 3 guys in an 8-man rotation the minutes that they're going to get. And you got results. I think Achua is going to be, that's why I'm saying if OG sits against Indiana, I'm very confident in Precious Achua. I'm very confident in him. Wait, I'm telling y'all, he's going to start hitting some 3-pointers. Okay? You ain't seen him yet. He is really just getting his feet wet. He never really got this type of opportunity, neither in Miami, neither in Toronto. Came close in Toronto. I don't know what happened up there, but he never really got this type of opportunity to play like this. He's showing out. And I think he's got a lot more to show. I'm looking for some more threes from him. And I'm not trying to push it. I think he got the capability, plus the inside, plus the defense. He is excellent on the defensive end. Foot movement plus strength. Got to remember, this is a dude that's 6'8". That's why I compared him to Oakley. He's 6'8", and he weighs like 240, 243. I got him at 6'8", 243. This ain't no little punk. I'm very happy with what we got. Now, Hartenstein is feeling better. And we already know how Devo and Josh Hart and Brunson and them doing their Villanova thing. Look, we in good shape, y'all. For a team that's missing 3 really top players right now, y'all ought to know we got something going here, okay? And so when our guys get back, when the troops come back in full, this is the reason I'm going to be very excited. The only one that's going to me take a little bit longer is Juju because of the way he plays, right? So he holds the ball a little bit too long. He shoots a lot, blah, 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 blah. So he's going to be off. His timing is going to be off. But with OG and Mitch Rob, it's defense that they bring. There's no warming up for defense. It's defense 100% of the time. So that's going to bring it to a new level. Yeah, so the Knicks can very well finish top 3 in the East. Very well. Y'all enjoy your Wednesday. Shalom.